Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to be about Boris Johnson's new lockdowns. But first, please go check out my alt tech. I'm trying to start the Bitchute thing. The Millennium Post thing messed up a couple months ago when I set that up for the auto-upload feature. Sorted it out by emailing support over at Bitchute. Very quick response times. I'll give them that. But with my channel, not working at all. Don't know why. I've emailed about 5 times, no response. So maybe I'll only upload them there when I get banned on YouTube. But please go check out my Bitchute. Just make sure you follow it, because I know a lot of people use Bitchute now. I think it's like 20 million or something like that. So if you do come across these videos and you want to keep up to date with all my socials, just in case I get banned and you want to be able to still find my videos, go to Bitchute. I'm going to see if I can auto-upload them and see if I can carry out all these videos straight onto Bitchute so I can archive thing, which would be kind of cool. Follow me on Parler, obviously, YouTube, this channel. Check out my articles as well over on the Molyneux Post. Here we go. These are my articles. Just general articles. I'm trying to do like daily articles all this month, all the way up until Christmas Day. So yeah, look at all this. I got Modus Operandi, which I launched the other day with my mate. He's not done anything yet for it though, but basically law, ideology and philosophy explained. And we've got our own little constitutional series here, which you can see where we basically break down all the constitutions. So we've done 3 at the minute. We break down and simplify each amendment, including the actual main text, and then we just have a list of all the amendments if you're interested in that. So yeah, go check out this, okay? These articles are really good. I like them. I think they're good. I think you will too. Yeah, anyways, let's get into it. So Boris Johnson announced his new lockdown today, well, yesterday, but let's just say today so the video looks like I did it in time. And they are more draconian than you could possibly imagine. They are next level draconian. I think something 99% of the country's been put on a form of lockdown, on like a high risk lockdown. And it doesn't look good for the UK. It really does not. I'm going to go through the current lockdown, the latest in the lockdowns, which is an article I did in the Molyneux Post. So you can go check this out yourself, medium.com/the Molyneux Post, and it's the main one. But I'm also going to be going through the 6 rules of Christmas for lockdown for Christmas. So you in America can find out what Andy Cuomo's crying at the minute because the Supreme Court ruled that his lockdowns are anti-First Amendment. Well, you think that's bad? Well, we'll soon see what our rules of Christmas are here in the UK. So let's get into it. This is from me. This is from last night. UK COVID lockdown latest. So all these data points are from the Daily Mail. I collected them. So if you want to go check out the original article, it is. Oh, I've not linked it. I should have. I'll link it later. But it's on the Daily Mail. It was on their front page yesterday, so you should be able to find it. But yeah, so UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced his new COVID-19 lockdown plan. It is a basic 3-tier system: medium, high, and very high. So if you notice that there is no low, medium, and high. It does not have a low, so you are either medium, high, or very high. So you can see the fear mongering already. The measures have been met with a lot of controversy, as small villages with less than 2 COVID cases in its history have been put in tier 2. Either way, let's look at all the latest data, including what the lockdowns are. Yeah, that's true. There's been a couple of villages where they have had 8, 3, 5 COVID cases ever since the start of lockdowns and all that, and they're on tier 2, on a high risk. Why? I don't know. So this is the current map. So the green, I think, is low, or I think that's medium. Yeah, that's medium. So green is medium. So you can see here little bits there. I don't know. Is that the Olive Man? Okay, don't quote me on that. I don't know. I need to do better on geography for the UK. I think that's actually connected. I don't know. Is it? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, obviously you can see the tip here. In the south west of the UK is, not looking too good. Well, I'm sorry, it is looking very good, but for the rest of the country, not looking too good. As you can see here, there's little patches, a random little patch of red there, and then all Lancashire, Yorkshire around here, Newcastle and the northeast over here, the centre as well. Got Middlesbrough, I think Middlesbrough's around there. I don't know. But I know Leeds is up here somewhere, but definitely Lancashire, Blackpool in this area over here as well. Not looking good. This is very high risk. Okay. So let's have a look at this. So these are all the areas. Yeah, so Yorkshire, yeah. So this is So for the northeast, you have all these areas: Gateshead, Newcastle, Northumberland. Northwest, we have Greater Manchester, Lancashire, Blackpool, and Blackburn. Yorkshire, West, it's entirety of Yorkshire, the West Midlands. Well, there's obviously areas of Yorkshire that aren't. The East Midlands, Slough. I've always found that as a weird name, but these are all very high risk. And we're going to go through what each means. So if you're on a tier 1 medium, it's the rule of 6 indoors, which is where you're only allowed 6 people together at once. Table service only 10 p.m. Everything retail and all that's open. Travelling, you can walk and cycle if possible. Avoid public transport into tier 3 areas where possible. Rule of 6 applies in overnight stays as well. Accommodations open. And it's about the same here, apart from there is alcohol with substantial meals. So you can't have you can't have a plate of chips and cheese. You have to have like a proper meal. It's weird how you would define that. Again, there's a bit more on here, but generally it's about the same. But I live in a tier 3 area, and this is okay. No mixing of households. All hospitality closed except for takeaways. Indoor venues closed. Avoid travelling outside area. No overnight stays outside of local area unless essential. Closed unless accommodation is closed unless essential. Everyone who can work should go to education early years settings, schools, colleges, and universities open. Registered childcare supervised activities and all that is permitted. Places of worship open but can only interact with household or support bubble. Again, this is not good. This is it's not necessarily a violation of the law. I don't think there's any laws. We need a constitution. I personally think we should have a proper written constitution like America, not one that can be easily changed and nobody really knows what's on it. Like in America, I think it's 27 amendments. Some of them don't really apply, like the Third Amendment, very useless now, but maybe in the future. But we have a constitution that outlines each single right that we are given. I think it's mainly so the government can have more control. Because if we had something like that and people were away, like in America, say Second Amendment, I keep my guns, can't do anything about it. So when a politician is to take a gun away or ban a certain gun, then everybody goes, that's a violation because they know 2A is about guns. In the UK, it's a lot more complicated. The Constitution isn't what you think it is. Not very good. Large events are banned. Driving events permitted. Again, places of worship. That is not, I don't like that, but whatever. Weddings and funerals, 15 guests for weddings, civil partnerships and wakes, 30 for funerals. Thank you, Boris. So when my grandma dies, thank you that can let 30 people in. Thank you, Boris. Thank you so much. He's such an amazing person. So this is the number of infections since March, which is when the main lockdown started and COVID started becoming a proper thing here in the UK. So number of infections per day. So this is just cases. So cases today, which was yesterday, is 17,000, and last week was 22,000. It's down 23%. So as you can see here, we have a slight rise, which was during the first lockdown, which was here, and we've been locked down to about here. So I've been at home doing schoolwork all through here. As you can see, we had some rising, we had some really good days, 5-12, that's really good. However, as obviously the lockdown had progressed, we went back to school around here, which there was already a slow rise after that, which I think was the 6 weeks holidays. Started near the end of July, which is probably people started going out because it was the holidays. And then as you can see here, it's October, shot up, and then we've gone from 6,000 to 14,000, and we had a crazy peak of 33,000 all the way up here. By the way, this is the line of best fit as well, so as you can see, you have these little yellow bits sticking out. You have to random, and the idea of a line of best fit, people like to say, well, it's not the real data. It is. It's so you can get around anomalies. So when things shoot up, and it's so generally, but yeah, that was still a bad day. But our peak, of all time, is 33,470 cases in one day, and then we're currently on a really harsh slope, and now we've introduced lockdown. Well, we've been on lockdown for a long time. There's been on and off lockdowns, but isn't it weird how every single time there's a lockdown, the cases go up, and every time it goes away, the cases start to go down, and then we have another lockdown. Boris Johnson, he's such a nice man. And then we look at the deaths, and isn't this a weird correlation? Weird, isn't it? How when we have a slight increase in cases, we have quite a lot of deaths. But as that goes down, but look, when we have our biggest peak in cases, we had nowhere near what we had at the start of deaths. How weird is that? Let's look at these two here. So, at the same point, I'll keep my mouse in the exact same place. We had 168 deaths on the day where we had... So we had about 200 deaths on the day we had our highest cases. Think about that. The most deadly virus in history. Yet, on the lowest day in quite a while, we end up having the highest amounts of cases. This is so dumb. This is the total number of people with coronavirus in England. Obviously, it's shot up since May. Look at these. This is just bits of data. So, the figure one in recent weeks, the positivity rate in England has shown signs of leveling. Good. COVID-19. This is in London. As you can see, there is no lower cases. Lower areas. They're all 200 plus. And this is just some extra pieces of data. As you can see, this is the change in COVID-19 infection rates by percentage in the week up to November 14th, 15th. So if you want to check all those bits of data, you feel free to do that. So these are the rules that I've got from the Daily Mail. I've also got a Sun one, so we're going to read the Sun one first, and then we'll come back to this one. So, okay, so this is the 6 rules of Christmas for our fellow Englishmen, us actual scum. We're not even human. We are the people. We are the rabble, as Tim Pool would say. So this is 6 rules of Christmas. Everyone in the UK can form a special Christmas bubble with a maximum of 3 households with no cap on numbers. Support bubbles count as 1 household for the Christmas bubble. The temporary easing of COVID restrictions will allow up to 3 households to mix their Christmas bubble for 5 days from December 23rd to 27th. An extra window either side applies in Northern Ireland. Social distancing rules will not apply within the bubble, so you can hug your mum for the first time since March. Oh, Boris, thank you. Oh, Boris, thank you so much. I can hug family members, which I have anyway, because, well, fuck you, Boris. But thank you, man. Oh my god, you're so amazing. You're allowing 5 days of Christmas, and you're also allowing us to hug family. Oh, Boris, thank you. Oh, you're so amazing, Boris. What a queen, what a king you are. Households in the Christmas bubble can stay in the same home, go to a church or other place of worship, or gather outside together. But pubs are out as existing tier restrictions will apply to hospitality. Thank you, Boris. Oh. People can travel across the country to join their Christmas bubbles, regardless of which tier they're in, and across all 4 home nations. Oh, Boris, thank you. I can travel across the country now. Thank you. You will let me out of my street and allow me to drive down the road. Well, not me, but I can travel down the road without having to go to school. Boris, thank you. Thank you so much. You are an absolute hero. People can travel across the country to join their Christmas bubble. Oh, I read that. Over 65s in care homes will not be able to join families at Christmas. Boris. Thank you, Boris, for saving my family members. It's so bad, isn't it? I know I'm making jokes, but it's so bad. It just is. So we'll go through these ones from, this is from the Daily Mail, and you can see, but, you're not allowed to meet in pubs. People will be allowed to travel across the country to meet with family, and all that. People in a bubble will not have to adhere to social distancing. Thank you, Boris. So, yeah, that's the article. So, all in all, I just want to say, again, I know I've said it a lot, but I want to say a massive thank you to our supreme leader, Bojo. Okay, you are a hero. You are my saviour. How on earth have you been able to do this? You've worked so hard to be able to lock your citizens in their homes, and then for 5 days, We're so lucky, Boris. We are so lucky to have a leader that will give us 5 precious days away, and we do not have to do the social distancing cancer. We may not even have to wear masks, and we may be able to travel across the country. And thank you, Boris. Thank you from the bottom of my heart that you are. One sec. Sorry about that. And thank you that for elderly people 65 years or older, you're keeping them safe. Boris, thank you for everything you're doing for this country. You are a true British hero. Winston Churchill would be proud. I salute you, comrade. Now, this is utter cancer. Boris Johnson, what are you doing? You are an absolute moron. You are deranged. You are delusional. Not only that, you're a cuck. Has anybody seen that thing on Twitter of Boris Johnson about him starting doing that eco stuff because of his new wife's an eco maniac? Dominic Cummings and a couple other people within the Conservative Party, like insiders, say that Boris Johnson's a bit of a cuck because his wife says something and then he kind of agrees with it. So it was to be expected. Boris Johnson was obviously gonna start doing stuff like this. I mean, if you didn't expect Boris Johnson to be an utter failure, that's all his career has been, lying and being deceitful. But yeah, if you look for his Twitter, it's just mainly just the standard stuff. There was this is it. So this is what he released. These are all the medium and high risk things. Have you noticed how the fearmonger in there? Like on the map I showed you from the Daily Mail, it had green, yellow, and red. So red's quite bad, but green's a nice colour. Well, Boris has the green ones as yellow, then orange, and then red. Look at that. Look, that looks scary. That looks really like, oh my god. Even though on our top amount of cases in one day was our lowest deaths in a long time, but whatever. But yeah, he's been going full eco. He congratulated Joe Biden on his win. Boris is a failure, and I hope we'll have someone to get rid of him. I should have some videos talking about Labour and their stuff. So Labour aren't even looking too good either. Apparently they've now admitted to being anti-Semitic and Islamophobic. So that's that. Thank you for watching, and peace.